Okay. So now
That's insane.
we should be live now.
Now, there is a burst in Melty Blood, so there's a little game you can play there with when is he gonna burst the infinite. But you know, if you get baited, then it's over.
By the way, you are streaming now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you okay? All right, big man. You're a smart motherfucker, aren't you?
I'm the one that said I was live.
You said I think we're live.
Okay.
Think being the key word here.
Okay. All
Well,
right, Anthony.
I'm just over here trying to be a friend and looking to see if you were streaming, but no. You can handle it all by yourself.
You're
Okay.
a step ahead of me, bro. I don't even think.
We got a badass over here.
Hang on, let me. You know what? Let's do something different. Let's post in the Harry Partridge Discord.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to check out me mod powers. Do you talk with Harry often?
Not over voice. We live in two different time zones, so we don't we don't talk. Back when I was at VCU, we would occasionally, because it was easy because I was a college student, so I did not sleep ever. Uh, hello, Liam Santos. How are you doing today? No, but we'll exchange like messages and such, and that is the extent of it these days.
Good evening, Liam.
Okay. So
I figured while you work on store foods, I guess I should keep working on my frames that I gotta turn in tomorrow.
okay. My pens are working good. Sometimes it just like doesn't. So we're gonna. So we got. Let me mute the audio. Mute sounds. So we got Bud and Mo, and they're doing stuff, and I got to animate that stuff. So we're gonna work on Bud first because that's he's like the easier one to animate. So first,
Wow, look at Matt taking the easy way. Boy, I tell you, animators these days so lazy. They just don't make them the way they used to. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, and I'm here with my pals Anthony and Dion, and
Hello.
we're gonna have a good old time.
He says I'm his pal, but I'm pretty sure Matt just doesn't like me anymore.
I, what makes you think that?
I mean, don't you ever just get tired of listening to me?
No, I think
That's
you have interesting things to say.
that's silly.
So Bud is swiping on things on his phone. Probably women. He's probably swiping on women.
Yeah, probably on POF
What is it?
or
Do you swipe right
actually would it be
or
PLD?
left? I don't know which way you swipe. I'm not
yeah,
good.
you swipe right if you like somebody, and then you swipe left if you don't.
Oh, so he's swiping left all day.
uh,
Yeah, you know what?
he,
That's kind of left swipe vibes right there.
the well the animatic that I have set is that he's just kind of doing it mindlessly, but like so if you look, he's like swipe right, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, or swipe left. I mean, and then while Mo is talking to him, he'll be swiping some more. I didn't bother adding more in the animatic because I mean I don't need to. I'm just going to be reusing the frames in the final animation.
I think he's swiping left, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna. His head's gonna be tweened. Most of Bud is actually gonna be tweened, so we're just gonna. I think his hand is gonna be frame by frame, but his head is going to be tweened, and I think that's the only other part of his body that moves. So I don't know why I said he's going to be mostly tweened. It's just his head.
You tween, bro? You're a fucking tweener.
And this is just for a stupid, silly, short cartoon. So we're not gonna I'm sorry. It's non-catching,
Wow.
I swear. Um,
Effective stream.
so we're not going to focus too hard on the line art. If it's a little messy, it's a little messy. That is fine. I need to learn how to just be okay with messy line art. I used to be really okay with messy line art. Go watch some of my oldest stuff. Like the line art is fucking horrible. Okay. Man, I'm so used to drawing on my iPad. Drawing on the iPad feels so nice. Like I love it so much. Not sponsored by Apple yet.
He has goals, everybody. Just remember that.
My goal is to get Tim Cook himself to give me money. Is Tim Cook still the CEO of Apple?
I think so.
Okay. Let's put on some music. Let's put on some some nice.
Play Elegant Summer, you coward.
I won't do that.
Elegant Summer's so good.
You know, I just realized I didn't even know you did this. Actually, no. Yes, I commented a year ago, but I honestly forgot that you did the Smug Dance parody with Cat.
Oh yeah. That was a
Dude,
that
you
was
really should play a Hat in Time, man.
no. I'm good.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You suck at platformers.
I don't remember when this was said, but
Oh,
uh,
I say it all the time.
have you seen me play a platformer? That wasn't Mario 35 because Mario 35 doesn't count. Oh man,
Be a platform if you know where to jump.
Warzone is not a platformer, Dion. Hey, everybody, play Call of Duty Warzone. It's a fun game, not sponsored.
It's pretty fun.
I'm legally required to disclose that I am not sponsored.
Although it's more fun if you run around and actually try and kill people instead of sitting in a goddamn house all day, just waiting for the game to end.
That's how people play solos.
Bruh, I don't understand how people play that way, dude. Like, how do you not just get bored out of your mind? That happens to me. I'm sitting here like, I want to kill people. What am I gonna do staring out this window all day?
I don't know. Some people have some weird taste in what's fun and what's not fun.
Yeah, I know, right?
Unfortunately, you can't help things like that.
Yeah, like Matt refusing to listen to Elegant Summer. The coward.
I'm listening to Zelda music.
Elegant Summer's really good. The Melty Blood soundtrack's really good.
I don't like Melty Blood.
Yeah, but the soundtrack's good. It's really good. Come on, bro. You're telling me you don't feel anything when you listen to Elegant Summer? Severe Person for Crimson Air?
Yes, I am telling you that.
They're so good.
I might bust out Blender a little later and show y'all what I've been working on. Because I
That's
like.
not safe for work.
What?
It's not safe for work.
Blender is perfectly safe for work if you're not making Overwatch animations.
Yeah, you know, I still don't know how to well then again, Blender is confusing as hell though. That is not a user friendly program.
It is when you're like
Insane enough? Yeah, I got you.
no, I mean like it's not really that hard. Like if you explore in the the settings and whatever, you'll get it. Okay. Do 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 do. Boop 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 boo doo doo doo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I used to draw Bud with his shirt tucked in. When did I stop doing that?
When Bud stopped caring.
Bud always cares about his appearance. You know why? Because a good appearance means a good sex, and he likes sex. That's his character. He likes sex. He's a lovable sex maniac.
I forgot to listen to that podcast today. Good news is, it'll still be there tomorrow.
Okay. He's a big sex fiend, that Buddy Vincent. You're right, Dion. It's not.
Man,
Okay,
it's
so
so good, you know. Mm-hmm.
his tail is going to be on a separate layer because when he swipes right, he's going to wag his tail. Liam Santos says D. I don't know if that was supposed to be a part of a larger message or if that's the whole message, but I agree.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Let me just really quickly check on my Doge.
Oh, is he signaling for Doge?
Doge is still up. Good.
Why? Why are memes worth so much?
I don't know. But it's making me money, so.
Some people would call me D sometimes instead of Dion, and I don't think it ever sat right with me because I'm just like, it's not like my name's that long. Sure, it's an extra syllable, but like, it can't be that much work.
I don't think it's about work, Dion. I think it's about like a cool sounding nickname.
That I don't know if nicknames are my thing. I think I just want my name to be Dion for the rest of my life.
What about Cable?
I mean, Dion is a pretty cool name, though.
Okay.
I mean, it's not as basic as what Anthony and Matthew is.
Dion is a cool name.
It really is.
I mean, it's one of those things I'm fine with now.
Did you not like it before?
Well, no, because when you're in elementary school, you know what people rhyme your fucking name with? Peon. You know how often I have to listen to that shit? All the time. Every day.
Liam Santos, that is not how you spell Dion's name. You got it wrong, my friend.
Yeah, way wrong.
That a lot too. And it's fine. But you know what will always baffle me is when people spell my last name. Because every time I make it simple for them, I say It's just like the Rudolph. It's just like the reindeer. And I spell it. I spell it for them. And then they're like, oh yeah, let me put an F at the end. No, no. There's no F. I know it sounds like there's an F there.
What?
But come on.
Come on, man.
It's the part where I go like it's just like the reindeer, and they just don't believe me. Because like,
Ouch.
what am I supposed to do? And that's like a thing more unique to me, right? Because like it's other people don't really have like joke last names like I do.
Joke last names.
Bro, Rudolph is a joke last name. You can't convince me otherwise. Because I mean, like, what other last name do you say? And you're just like, yeah, it's definitely spelled like this other iconic thing, and people just refuse to believe you.
I don't know. Bin Laden? Was that
Yeah.
racist? Did I just do a racism?
Yeah, man, you know what? You did. Good job. You know what? I guess if anyone I know is going to fall down the VTuber rabbit hole, it's going to be me, right?
Probably.
You would do a VTuber?
No.
Well,
like,
it's because my fucking YouTube recommended page is just like half VTuber now, and I can't stop it. It's because I keep watching the videos because a bunch of them are going through like outfit changes right now, and that's my favorite part about VTube is their outfits because I think they all look really cool. Although I gotta say, some of these new ones that are coming out misses.
I need to get Bud's colors. Let me open the comics flash file. Because I have everyone's colors here. I have a lot of comics saved here, so it takes a while to load. Liam Santos says, I like how I'm the only one chatting in the live chat. Well, yeah, you're at a Mr. Madimation live stream. Nobody cares about me anymore. I'm old news.
Yeah, but now you get the whole room to yourself. Isn't that a great feeling?
Peace and
I
quiet is always nice to have.
personally love when I'm alone in a room and no one else is around. It's one of my favorite things.
Check the volume on this. This needs a.
My dream is to live in an empty space, devoid of people.
Do, 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 do.
I know this might be like really random, but I probably wouldn't mind living near like a like a mountain area.
I like mountains a lot. There's a mountain right near here where I live.
Lucky.
Yeah, mountains are rad, but honestly, I'm good with the suburbs, man. If you could just keep me there, I'm fine. Give me a house entirely to myself, and I'll be.
Can we get like is there like a town out there somewhere in America that's like like the neighborhoods are like as spaced out as like a rural area, but like there's like actually shit to do, like a suburb or like a city? Can we get one of those?
Would be nice.
Because I don't want my neighbors to be living in a house that's attached to my house. I would very much like to have my own like yard, like a real yard, not a little square. Which you don't really get real yards in the suburbs. Not anymore.
I mean, don't have stuff like that in certain places in Virginia just by the nature of how it's spaced out. All these fucking roads are.
Yeah, I mean, not around here anymore. It's too late for hand torture. Get some sleep, Matt. No.
What's up,
I,
Ace?
I am planning to start daytime streaming soon. In fact, on Sunday, after we do
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
after we do like a certain after we do things for Mother's Day, because it is Mother's Day, obviously. Uh, I'm going to be doing a late afternoon or early evening stream. Isn't that exciting? A stream not at 12 o'clock. I think that's exciting. And then I plan to start doing like soon. I plan to start doing like regular like afternoon streams like every other day.
Let's see, what frame am I working on right now? Is it 620?
That reminds me, when do I start streaming? Do I have a date yet? No.
Yeah, I was about to say you did say you was going to stream that one game.
Yeah, I do not have a date yet.
Okay.
And by the way, Ace, I'm also participating in this hand torture as well.
I guess I could if I decided to play DMC5.
You should be a Warzone streamer, dude.
Nah, bro. I'm not good enough to be a Warzone streamer.
Sure you are.
Don't you know? This guy, he carries Chris, Matt, and Michael.
Yeah.
Well, here's the right. I'm good to you guys, which is fine. But if I'm streaming Warzone, then I'm competing with like the actual good people, and like their gameplay compared to mine is just like, why would you watch a lame streamer like myself over someone like Swag or Nick Merckx or Cloaksy or someone like that?
I don't know any of those
Yeah.
names.
Well, I mean, do you watch Warzone streamers?
No, I do not.
But like
True.
I understand what you're saying though, Dion. It's kind of like having the option of watching me play Melee versus like people like Axe or Vector Man or Amsa or Leffen and stuff like that. Like, why the fuck would anyone watch my streams as opposed to theirs?
But like, if
I get
your
it.
stream is on and Hungrybox's Melee stream is also on, I'm gonna watch Hungrybox instead.
Yeah. A lot of a thing I realized about streaming is nobody wants to see your progression and learning. They just want to they automatically want to see people at like the top of their game. And then try to go further from there. Nobody. I don't give a shit what no one says. Nobody wants to see you as a basic bitch. Let's just go with that.
I don't know. Have you seen my animation? I'm a basic bitch.
Matt, shut up, bitch.
I'm such a bad animator, and yet, fucking nearly 1 million people have watched the Twin Souls.
Well, obviously you're doing something right.
Okay. So, the way I think I'm gonna do this is I think Bud's gonna be like in a symbol, and like all of his frames are gonna be in that symbol, so that I can easily just reuse them.
The biggest text boxes. If that ain't a bra moment, then I don't know what is.
Hello.
Oh, what up, Ashley?
Hello, friends.
His arm gets slightly bigger.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Dion, and it's like unfortunately one of the two best ways to really pull in a fan like to pull in viewers online is either you got to start some shit with somebody or you got to be extremely good at something. Now, anybody can stream with low numbers, but like to really get the high numbers, you got to be one of the two. That's what I think, anyways. I don't know. Like, what do y'all think, Dion?
Hmm.
I don't think you got to
I
start
mean,
shit.
it depends on the type of audience you're growing, right?
Um,
Because I feel like if you're starting with a more popular game, then your gameplay has to shine through, or else like it's kind of hard to see what you're bringing to the table. Otherwise, if it's something no one gives a shit about, then yeah, just do whatever you want.
okay. We can be a little messy with the line art because I'm gonna be putting it through After Effects and applying a squiggle vision line boiler, so nobody's gonna be able to see the messy line art because it'll all be squiggly anyway.
I will. No, I won't.
I like me some squiggle vision. If you don't, well, you
You're
can.
wrong.
That's too bad. You can suck my balls.
Squiggle vision is pretty nice, and it's not utilized that much at all. I was gonna say like it used to be, but even then, that's still wrong.
It was pretty much only like Dr. Katz, home movies, Science Corps, basically everything Tom Snyder did, and then like Ed and Eddie, and that was like it.
Hold on, didn't Chalk Zone do the same thing too?
No, well, not that I don't think so.
Are you sure? Because I remember seeing some
The,
squiggly lines in Chalk Zone.
well, they might have done it for like the chalk characters, but most of the
Oh, but
animation was
like
not.
not okay.
And it was less.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was less squiggle vision and more like. Uh, sorry, I looked at the Chalk Zone Wikipedia page to make sure what I was saying was true, and under production, uh, I saw Chalk Zone did not make it to the air until 2002, as the initial 13 episodes were shortened to 6 due to executive reasons, all of which were completed by 2000. The show's air date was up for debate until the lack of new programming and America's critical situation at the time led to the decision to air the series in 2002. I clicked on that. I was like, "What the hell?" Because it was a link. I was like, "What is this link to? What is critical situation linked to?"
Right, that right. That's my
And
next
and it's
question.
the page for the September 11th attacks. Why? Why is this
Why
link
they have to name it as like? I mean, yeah, obviously it was a bad thing, but a critical situation.
for Nickelodeon? What does Nickelodeon
Yeah.
have to do about this? Were they like, "Oh yeah, it's 9/11. We can't air Chalk Zone right now. We gotta wait." What about Chalk
See
Zone would have
now,
been offensive to 9/11 survivors?
see now, Lilo and Stitch made sense.
Oh yeah,
You know how they had
Lilo and Stitch
like that.
had a jet plane flying through the city. They you can't show that on TV.
Right, right. The timing of that would have been horrible. That made perfect sense. But I don't think Nickelodeon and Chalk Zone would have been affected by that.
I don't know, man. Because like, if you think about it, like a way a way that the kids describe someone biting it can also mean getting chalked. So you have all these characters that are all chalked up, and they're getting chalked, and it's like, oh no, you know who else got chalked? All those people at 9/11.
Hold on a minute. No one said that in 2000.
I don't know, man. Language is a crazy thing.
You know what? I'll give you that one. You right. But still, that would be insane if that actually was the truth. Like how?
There was a scene where Snap did 9/11, and then after 9/11 happened, they said, "Oh, we can't put this on TV." Why does Snap speak with a New Jersey accent? Rudy doesn't speak with a New Jersey accent.
You know, he's just built different.
He's built different. Oh, why did my pen stop working? There we go.
Name one P.
The P I took just before streaming.
Yeah, nice spelling there, buddy. We could always count on Mr. Mathematician to get his spelling correctly.
What did I do?
You spelled things correctly. He was just
Yeah.
complimenting you weren't spelling. Why you gotta take it so offensively?
Damn, you. So let me get this straight. You're at the point where you can't even take a damn compliment anymore,
I didn't spell anything.
Dion. Now I know I'm not crazy. He did spell that correctly, all right?
I didn't spell anything.
I mean, I think Matt's pretty good at spelling.
I mean, I am, but like,
Didn't you like win a spelling bee or something?
I did, yes.
Matt's a good speller. I believe in him.
Cool. So we got two different levels of champions. Dion, have you won any championships? Please say yes.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever won anything.
Not like a chess tournament or nothing?
Nothing like that.
Oh.
I'm one time we had a spelling bee when I was in second grade. This is not the one I won, where I got asked how to spell something, and I don't even remember what the word was, but some shit ass kid started spelling it like for me, and I said, "Don't spell it for me," and he spelled the whole thing for me, and then he did this thing where he like shook his head like, "What about it?" And I looked over at the teacher. She was like, "Okay, go ahead and keep spelling, but you can't say what he said because then that's
What?
cheating." But like
Hold the fuck up.
the thing was he spelled it correctly, so I literally just had to throw it.
I participated in a spelling bee by accident in middle school.
How do you do that on
Because,
accident?
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Oh boy. Go ahead.
Because like everyone in the class had to do it, so I was like, "Oh, no problem. I'll spell like one or two words right, just to prove that I'm not stupid, and then I'll just purposely spell a word wrong and then get out. No big deal." So I spelled two words right, and I was like, "All right, cool. It's time to call it quits." And I guess everyone else had the same idea because everyone else got out before I was able to get to the third word. And I was like, "No, I don't want to participate in this thing. Why can't you guys just spell properly?"
Spelling bees are real things, yeah. Well, they were.
They're not real thing.
They still are.
Because I'm gonna be real, they shouldn't be. And then I got on like the big main stage for the spelling bee, and I was like, "Just get me out of here." It was awful.
You really wanted none of that.
I didn't. I didn't want to participate in the spelling bee.
I was really mad that like this teacher straight up told me, yeah, like if you spell it the same way he did, then we'll know you're cheating. But like he spelled it right, so it was either get it wrong or cheat was was my two options.
Well, if you're not cheating, then you're not trying.
I ended up spelling it
Well,
wrong. I ended up
also-
spelling it wrong on purpose because I'd rather be a loser than a cheater.
You won't get far in life if you think like that.
I graduated school.
Congratulations.
Although I
Where's
guess
it led you now.
I guess I did cheat in computer science. We had to make a game for. So me and Dion were in the same computer science class. I think this what was it? Was this
I was so salty about that. We handed in the same project, and I got a worse grade on it. Fuck that.
Yeah. So it was senior year, right? Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to do a project, right, where we had to make a game. It was basically like a Galaga clone.
Right.
And I because like our teacher like the previous year was like horrible. So like I was not doing well in that class, and in order to pass it, I had to get a good grade on this project. So I asked Dion, "Hey, can I just turn in your project?" And then like we'll both, because like everyone was making Galaga, so like if we both turn in Galaga, like like he's not going to say, "Hey, this looks like Dion's project," because they all look the same anyway. So Dion was like, "Yeah,
Right.
sure." So he sent me the files. He sent me the files in like 5 separate emails with like a weird image attached to each one.
Really? Because I wasn't in school that day because I was feeling sick, so I stayed home. And Matt was like, "Hey, could you send me the stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." So I emailed it to him. I sent some risque pictures
Yeah,
of
I figured.
animals. And he
Damn it,
was like,
Dion.
"Yo, what the fuck? I'm in school."
Hang on, let me see if I still have those emails.
No way.
Hang on. This was I was Mr. Matamation at the time. I was working on the Twin Souls at the time, so I was using the same email. Okay, yeah. So he sent me a series of emails with subject lines like "Everyone hates you," "Still turning," "Pictures are too big," "Rebel 1," "Everyone still hates you." And one of the so like this one is like he sent me like a picture of like a Hot Wheels car and like a massive Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yo, that
Uh,
is the most random fucking thing you can send in the email, man.
he sent me an MP3 file of "Don't touch the Persona 5 protagonist, you might burn yourself."
To be fair, that's kind of up your alley because I know you like stupid song mashups.
But yeah, so he sent me all of those. And so I turned it in. We both turned in like literally the same. Like even like there was a bug in his that I didn't know about, and so the exact same bug was happening in my game too. It was like some kind of display error that was like fucking up the way the things were being projected onto the screen. So we turned in literally the exact same project with the same bugs, and Dion got a worse grade on it.
Yeah, fucking
Just
salt on that one.
that doesn't make any sense.
I
And
was hella salt on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too.
anyway, that's the story of the one and only time that I cheated in school.
Yeah, I mean, I normally don't cheat, but I definitely cheated on that project because I wasn't about to make that whole thing.
Who did you cheat off of?
It was Brandon.
Oh.
Yeah, remember?
So it was a
Because
cheat to a cheat to a cheat.
Brandon definitely owed me one because we were always like helping each other in calculus.
That's right. I
Cheats
forgot.
treat me like I'm stupid because I'm in the behind group
We
because of my
took
mental health.
calculus together.
Everyone else in the group is the bad kids who make fun of people's weight and shit. Have you spoken to your parents about that?
So I was in the smart people classes when I was in school. Because I was diagnosed at an early age with heightened intelligence. um, uh, and
I, I guess it got cured.
I'll have you know I'm extremely intelligent.
Matt, you know I don't mean that.
But anyway, I was in like the smart kid classes. Um, and but like all the other kids in my class, so there's like different kinds of intelligences, right? And I this
Yeah.
is why I think like I think that our school system is like kind of like stacked towards
Severely
one.
flawed?
It's kind of like stacked towards one type of kid.
Yeah, it
So like,
is.
but like anyway, so I I had like my intelligence was more in like my creativity and the way that I worked out problems, whereas the other kids in my class were like literally like mathematical geniuses. Like that was what made them smart. Was they were like literally like I was never a good math guy. I was good at like I could if you handed me like a math problem, I might not use the right formula, but I can figure out a way to like make a
Get the right
formula.
answer.
Yeah, make a formula that works for me. Um, these other kids were like very mathematically smart, very scientific, all that shit. And so to them, I was like basically fucking brain damaged because I did not think the same way they did. So yeah, that was my experience with classes for different kids.
Yeah, I never got those classes. I just got the normal. You're told that you're smart every day of your life. So then when things actually get tough, you just go like, what? And then you lose.
Yeah, same. I'll
But
admit it. I can be pretty smart in some things, but my
that was like
knowledge and shit is very inconsistent.
that was like the worst feeling in the world was like getting bullied by nerds. Uh, all these kids were like the biggest nerds, and they would bully me because I wasn't like a genius like they were. And so, but like every time I asked to be like taken out of that class, they were like, "No, you're a smart kid. You have to be in this class."
Yeah, I'm glad I never got that. I only got put in like one like smart people like field trip thing back in like fifth grade or fourth grade, and they took us to like this university. It was just like, look, this is what you want to be when you grow up or whatever. And I'm like, what is this? I'm like 8. I don't know what's happening here. But I have a
I tell
feeling
you,
that was just like that New Jersey standards for smartness were different
hold on a minute.
from.
New Jersey, hold on. New Jersey has standards for smartness.
I mean, when you get
I
to
didn't know
like,
New Jersey and smartness was actually a thing combined.
I mean, when you get to like higher education, there's an argument, right? But for just like for like grade school, eh, eh.
Ace, I can't believe you fell for that.
Although the standards in Virginia are definitely higher though, because I remember when I took my SAT, uh, I knew like a bunch of nerds who were super book smart, right?
Hmm.
So you got people scoring like these crazy scores on the SAT, like they're getting like at least 2,000, and I'm like, man, I'm a failure. I only got an 1,800, and I talked to my cousins in New Jersey, and I was like, yeah, I only got like an 1,800 on the SAT, but I also only took it once, and they're just like, damn, bro, 1,800's like good. I'm like, no, it's not.
I was just below 2000. I think I got like 1950 or something like that. Um, and I remember like being surprised at that result. But even more surprised were the people around me who had been calling me a fucking retard for the last 3 years. Uh, and they like didn't believe me. I had to like show them the scores.
Yeah, I got like an 1,800, and I took that thing completely cold, absolutely no prep beyond whatever I did in school at the time,
Yeah, I didn't prep for
and
the SAT
did,
either, and I
I
only
didn't again.
I didn't prep for it, and I only took it once. So
Yeah, I did also take the ACT, but I'm pretty sure I got like an equivalent score. It was like a 22 or a 23 or something like that. I never know what these damn scores mean because they change the scale like fucking every 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked up like I looked up like SAT something because I was trying to figure something out, and I was like, damn, like was it like this when I was a kid? I don't remember. I don't remember it being like this. They
Probably wasn't because like they changed it. I know they changed it like 3 or 4 times. Like while I was going through school, like prepping for the SAT,
so
and I was like, yeah, I have to take it at some point in time. And it's just like, oh yeah, the scale was over here, now it's over here, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys.
did you know that they don't hang on, they don't do the 2400 scale anymore?
Oh, I didn't, but it's not surprising because the scale it just changes so often.
It's just a 1600 now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like can't even like it's so what does it just change like proportionally or
Yeah, it's if you want to figure out what you got on the current scale, you have to like you have to like calculate it. You have to like do it proportionally. Fortunately, most schools currently still do. You can send them your SAT score as you took it, even if it's not the same scale, and they'll calculate that for you.
I mean, I feel like you have to do it like that though, right? Because of how often they change the scale anyways. It's like do you are you gonna get people to just retake the SAT like every time they send in an application?
Yeah.
And I mean like colleges would only do that to you if the SAT money like went to them. But it doesn't, so they can eat shit.
Okay. So I animated his arm. Now I need to animate his tail wagging because he's swiping right. So his tail's gonna wag whenever he swipes right. That means he likes whatever he sees. Bud's tail is kind of small. Um, I don't think golden retrievers have tails this small, but it reads, so whatever. It's based on Brian Griffin's tail.
Oh boy, my favorite character.
Yeah.
I swear, Family Guy now is like a turned into like a cartoon version of Shameless.
What's shameless?
Basically, basically the premise of Shameless is when the show first starts, all the characters are pretty decent, but as the series goes through, they become shittier and shittier.
Hmm.
I mean, I always thought Family Guy was a big bag of ass. Like even when I was younger and I was growing up, and like it was cool to be edgy and watch Family Guy, I'd watch it and be like, I'm not a fan.
Wait, it was considered edgy?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're edgy for watching Family Guy because they like curse and shit, and you know, it's cool. It's cool to curse when you're in middle school.
I remember because around the same time, this was like 2005, 2006. Around the same time, people started thinking that like The Simpsons was for like bitches because Bart Simpson wasn't literally a sociopath like the Family Guy characters.
Yeah, so Family Guy was way cooler because like violence and stuff,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
it was on Adult Swim, you know, so like you weren't even supposed to be up at that time, man.
Yeah.
But I watched it and I was just like, I guess it's time to go to sleep because now there's nothing good on TV. Although I would stay up for Naruto because I was hella into Naruto.
That's fair. I mean,
In
honestly, a lot of excuse me, a lot of people was into Naruto.
Yeah, I was in. Then I got out and I tried to get back in again. And I was like, oh, get it away. It's bad. Pro tip to anyone listening: watching Naruto isn't fun. Don't do it.
I mean, there.
Although if you feel like playing the CyberConnect games, I would tell you that's a better way to go about it than watching the show.
So you would recommend? Actually, you know what? To be fair, I like the games better than I do the anime.
Oh
There,
yeah, you
there
should
was a three
because
on three one for the GameCube, wasn't there? Or was that PlayStation
um
I'm thinking of?
I don't know when the 3v3 one started.
But basically, what I'm getting at is, yeah, the Naruto games are much better than the anime themselves.
Bro, I was so hyped playing Ninja Storm 3, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. That shit was so cool. I was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened. I can't believe Naruto is this cool. And then you watch the show and you're like,
This is trash.
it's actually painful to watch.
You know, speaking of anime to games, um, I'm still hella curious on how that Made in Abyss game is going to come out.
I'll find out in a few months.
It's coming out in 2022, I believe.
Yeah,
That's a few
next year.
months.
Yeah, that's a few months.
I mean,
And
we're not at the start of 2021 anymore. I know it feels that way because time just goes by faster and faster as you get older.
makes fools of us all.
Dude, I feel like I blinked and we're already in May. Like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, that shit does suck sometimes. But yeah, I'll admit it. I don't think I don't think I've had more of a obsession with an anime than I have with Made in Abyss. And this is like even more than like Full Metal and like Cowboy Bebop and like I guess the early episodes of Inuyasha. Like I really do have like an unhealthy obsession with Made in Abyss, probably because of how grim dark it actually is. And I don't know. I wonder if I were classified as a sadist.
That's pretty edgy, bro, what you just said.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, sometimes you just want to feel people's bones break in your hands.
You too.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm a gentle soul.
I mean, I can be a gentle soul to like people that are really close to me, which is not that high on the list. Just so you know.
I mean, it's not like I choose violence.
I don't
I
know.
just welcome it if it occurs.
I think
Right, exactly.
I don't like. I don't think I like this tail wagging animation. It looks more like he's whipping things with his tail. Fuck. Animating animals is hard. Don't do it.
Aren't we all just animals, man?
Basically.
Yeah, it just
And
looks
I'm
like he's
and I
whipping something.
mean and I mean Matt, you can't really give me advice like that because I'm gonna be animating a freaking otter.
Otters don't have tails.
Yes, they.
Ah, you had to think about it, didn't you?
Are you fucking serious? No, I'm not thinking about it. I'm dumbfounded on how much of a dumb statement that was. Of course, otters have tails. You dingus.
You went and checked, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't
yes, you
have
did.
to.
Yes, you did.
See, Matt chooses violence.
Right. Because clearly his brain isn't working as smart as he says he is.
You had to check.
Tomorrow otters don't have tails. The fuck you mean? That's what I've been studying.
You wouldn't be so indignant if you didn't have to check.
That's not a valid excuse, Matt. You have to try harder than that.
Matt is a chaos actor. Matt only seeks to destroy.
Yep. Not build, just destroy.
Let's put it on twos. Maybe that'll help. Oops. The fuck? No.
Reminder. Oh, right. That's actually a good call, Matt.
Oh
You got
yeah.
some work to do.
So my Patreon is now monthly because I'm trying to release monthly cartoons. So if you want to help me in that endeavor, go to.
He is once again asking for your financial support.
I am once again acting for your financial support, asking for your financial support. Uh, I uh, I want to try and stream more often. I want to put out cartoons more often, but to do that, I need money. Um, so so go to my Patreon if you want and pledge money if you want. And you will get
He'll
cool.
say thank you
I will
if he
say
wants.
I will say thank you. You will get cool rewards, like you'll get the flash files from my cartoons. In fact, this cartoon right here, when I'm done with it, the flash file is going up. So you can look
Awesome.
in the flash file, and I'll also post Blender files. So the Swole Foods parking lot, that's going to be up on Blender soon, or on Patreon soon. So and you'll be able to
Wow.
see, like, let me actually pull up Blender to show you what I've been working on because I think it's really cool and I like it.
No, it's NSFW.
It's not an SFW.
Uh, this is now. I was gonna leave it alone because there wasn't really a place for it, but it is kind of important to access now. Are you do you not want the Discord back?
I mean, like,
I'm
it's not
like
like it's not really up to me anymore. It's your Discord.
I literally was the fill-in manager at this point.
I mean, they're mostly there for you.
No, they're not.
You literally have a fucking read-only channel there for specifically your work. Like, they're there
That
for
was
you.
my arrogance. I was trying not to flood the art thing because I like to post my art more than like a lot. As you all know, I draw like every damn day, so I didn't want to flood the art channel, and they wasn't able to show off their cool stuff because I've seen some cool shit from Void and Blueberry.
Okay, so check this out. This is
You still didn't answer my question.
it's not up to me. Don't worry about it. So
Oh well, damn. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna just go. Yeah, that hurt. That just fucking hurt. Ow. Just
what
ouch.
do you mean? What did I say?
No, not you. What Ashley said.
Oh,
Not gonna lie, I muted that channel.
Well, it's
anyway,
Ouch.
just
hang on. Let me.
That hurts. That like really fucking hurts.
Anyway, so this is what I've been working on in Blender. So I've been working on the Swole Foods. Obviously, is going to be a recurring set piece in Swole Foods, and things that I do in this file also get ported over to files for the Twin Souls too. So everything I do in here is used elsewhere as well. But anyway, so this is the file that I have right now for the Swole Foods parking lot. I have it in rendered mode right now, so this is what it like. Well, except for the grid and whatever, this is what it mostly looks like. With like the cartoony outlines. But here's the cool part. So see these outlines. So you'll notice these are actually like physical objects. Like in the actual file itself, there's like these physical objects for all these for the outlines on these on the buildings and whatever. So you can see like things go through each other. That's because uh, the program actually dynamically generates the outlines on the fly based on where the camera is. So if you come over here and I move the camera, you can see the lines are changing and stuff because it's trying to show you what the camera sees. So it's easier to prototype. It's way faster and more efficient than what I was doing before, and I can do this. So, uh, uh, hang on. So if I click on the outline, this is all with Blender's newest. I'm actually on Blender 2.93 beta, which is the newest version.
On the beta.
I'm a beater. Uh,
The PlayStation Beta.
but so this is so this is using Blender's grease pencil, which is it's a feature that's been there for a while, but recently they've been really like adding on to it, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff with it. You can like do animation in 2D now. I don't really like it, but you can do that. But so this grease pencil, because it's a physical object, I can actually go to the material, set the line style to texture, and it's going to take a second to update because it has to update. Every like frame is like a new object basically. So now that it's updated, it's using a texture that I created that makes it look like a messy outline. So the CGI now, like the outlines kind of make it look like it was drawn on a cell. Like The Simpsons and whatever. So if you zoom in, you can see like the little messy edges, and it fits in with my style really well because all my line art is really messy and stuff. So I think this is really cool, and it, like I said, it's all a physical object, so I could edit it and tweak it as I please, frame by frame. And with my Patreon, I will be posting files like this on the Patreon so that you can see how I did some of this stuff, and you can maybe do it in your own stuff if you want. It's kind of a nerdy thing to like be into, but like if you're into that, you can check it out. That's on my Patreon.
That's no joke, and um, that actually is hella useful to know. And I legit will look into this myself because I don't I do want to learn how to use Blender, at least especially for the case of like backgrounds and stuff. Because this looks pretty nice.
I do.
Just
So here's the thing: like when the camera's not moving, it looks flat. It looks 2D. Like okay, let's pull the camera in closer to Swole Foods. Like, look at that. Like that's a 2D image right there. Oops. And it's great. So like I can literally just render Swole Foods from any angle I want. If I need a scene that takes place on the sidewalk, I can put the camera here on the sidewalk. If I need a scene that takes place, on the rooftop, I can put the camera on the rooftop, and it'll render that, and it still looks cartoony and flat and all that as long as the camera's not moving. So it's a really fast way to get it. I'm gonna, Swole Foods. There's gonna be a lot of CGI in Swole Foods. If I go over to the where is it? Okay, let me just switch back to this real quick because I'm going to open files on my computer. Let me go to
I wonder if one of them is not safe for work material.
No, none of them are.
Sure.
Okay.
By the way, Ashley, we cool. It's fine. I'm not really upset about that.
Okay, so Lodo Denver _SF.blend. The reason it's called that is because it uses the Swole Foods shaders, so I underscore things with that so that I know that's the version I want to use. So anyway, this is the 3D model that I've been using when making the Twin Souls 5, which will be out this year, I hope. So let me go to rendered mode. It's going to take a while because it has to load all the textures.
By the way, speaking of that, speaking of 5, now I feel comfortable to say that I can help you with cleanup.
good. Because
Now
I'm
I
gonna
feel like I'm at that level where I can do it.
I'm gonna need all the help I can get. So
Well, just you know what to do, man.
You ain't getting none from me, bitch.
so here is
So weird tangent.
the fully rendered 3D file for the Twin Souls for the street that Alphys and Undyne live on. Um, Obviously the grade's not going to be there and whatever. Look at that skybox, isn't that beautiful? It's a pit. So I used a painted background for the skybox, and I think it worked really well. Um, but
Yeah, that is really gorgeous, man.
yeah.
Shit, that's good.
So let me.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I get curious. Is like, can I actually build a world like that first, as opposed to trying to draw it, or do
So
when building cities for like TV shows? I wanted people to do this process first.
what people do is they build what people do is they'll sketch. So they'll do a few things. First, they'll like plan out the layout of the cities on like what kind of PC are you using. This is a custom built PC. I built it
Oh, the
myself.
flex.
Uh, Inside of it is a I had so I'm going to preface this by saying you do not need like a super powerful PC to do what I'm doing. This what I'm using right here is a real-time render engine that yeah, if you had a PC that was like weaker, it would be slower, but it would still be doable. I did all my first cartoons on this crappy little laptop with like an AMD like A6 on in it. But anyway, this is a custom built PC. Inside of it is a. Did my phone just vibrate? No. Is an AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. It's a little old. It's like 2 years old, I think. That's what the processor is. But that's fine because processors they can kind of get old. That's fine. It's not like graphics cards. So it is an AMD Ryzen 9 3900X 12 core processor, so that's 24 threads. If that means anything to you, it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know what that means.
24 threads.
Would you say, Dion?
We're here with my 6, because that's all you need for the game.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This PC was not built for gaming. It was built for rendering. With that being said, the next piece is undoubtedly a gaming component. I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. This particular one came from MSI, but I don't think it really matters where it came from.
Yeah, good luck getting a graphics card right now, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not happening.
Yeah, good luck getting.
Anyway.
And then it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM. I was gonna upgrade to 64, and then I didn't, so it's just 32 now. Yeah, that's really it. Those are the important parts: the CPU, the GPU, and the RAM. I could tell you the motherboard I have. It's Asus Republic of Gamers Strix. I think 570 or something like that. I don't know. Would you say, Dion?
Strix.
Yeah.
Wow. Big man over here.
It's got an RGB light on it, and I like that. I like RGB. My computer is full of RGB.
That's what all the RGB stuff's for. Is for like if you want RGB like out the ass, then you just get like all that Asus RGB stuff. And I know like the Strix graphics cards are like super popular with people because they just really like the way the RGB looks on them.
I was just using what you were using for rendering all this. It looks like it's running quite nice. Yeah, it is. And you can even like you can see like if I pan around like this, there's kind of some frame drops. Maybe you can't see, but I can see it. There's some frame drops here. Like it's not quite running at 60 frames per second, but that's fine because animation doesn't run at 60 frames per second, so I don't really care. If I were to actually go and try to render it, it would probably take like a second per frame, which doesn't sound like a lot, and in fact, in terms of rendering, is not a lot, but it does add up. So like if I had to render like, a 120 frame sequence, that's 2 minutes. And my CGI sequences are not typically that long, but in the Twin Souls, there's going to be some long ones. Like there's going to be some big, like camera tracking, down the road and stuff. Like there's a scene where an ICBM like flies out from behind Mount Ebott, and like there's like this really neat, I think, like 3D camera like panning thing that happens where it kind of looks like that, and you can see all the layers while the ICBM goes up. And Swole Foods, the entire intro sequence is going to be 3D, except for Kat herself is going to be animated in Flash, but everything else is going to be CGI. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, so these are some long sequences. It's about a second, sometimes 2 seconds, depending on how much shit is on screen per frame. When back when I was using the freestyle renderer, it would take even longer because it had to like calculate the geometry for everything. Now, what I can do with this new method, let me delete this and let me go to the camera, and there's no keyframes. Good. So let's say I wanted to do like, hang on. Let's say I wanted to do like a 100 frame sequence. And that sequence is just, let's go to frame 1. That sequence is just like the camera panning across the neighborhood like this. So keyframe there, and then we go to frame 100. Scroll down there, maybe scroll back a bit. And what is in the no line group? That's a lot of stuff in the no line group. I don't think because I actually haven't applied the new rendering method to this scene yet. I'm actually going to do that right now so you can see how I do it. Let me turn the chat box off so you can see like my little window here. Let's do this. Let's move all of these into the main lot. Then what we're going to do, hang on. We're not going to, we're going to, okay, bicycles, that means 2. We're going to take that out of the layer that gets accounted for in when making the lines, because text does not look very good in Blender with the outlines. Why is Blender freezing? This is the other thing. These files are so big, Blender freezes sometimes. So
Sure, it's just not agreeing with you because you're making the wrong thing.
I don't think that's it, Dion. No.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, I think otherwise.
Okay, let's move the camera out of the scene collection. Let's move the sun. Where's the sun? Let's move the sun out of the scene collection as well. There we go. And then what we are going to do is we're going to add a grease pencil. Oops. Add grease pencil blank. Where'd it go? It's right there. Okay. We're going to move that up there so that we like know where it is. And then we are going to go to, first let me go to draw mode. change the tool to an ink pen. Go back. We're going to go to modifiers. Going to add modifier. We're going to add the line art modifier. And we need to create materials. We're going to call this one Lino. And then we're going to create a new grease pencil layer. We're just going to call that line art. Okay. Then we're going to texture, and then we're going to open Swole Foods, CGI, interior, textures. Select the messy outline so that it's the same one. And then going to put main lot, target layer line art, target material lino. And now it's going to generate line art, and it might take a little bit because it's like literally generating all of the line art for every conceivable camera angle. And there's a lot of objects here. Okay. So that looks like a mess right now, but stay with me here. Okay, why is it doing that? Oh, I know why it's doing that. I have to go to where do I have to go to? Object properties. Yeah, viewport display in front.
Hold on. There's no actual color of.
So now it should appear in front of everything. Yeah, so it appears in front of everything now. And why is that happening? This is not a perfect system yet. Still got some bugs. Oh, that's right. You gotta change the blend. That's why. Probably a blend of 1 is good. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so now, I mean, look at that. Just the addition of the outlines, it makes it all look so much better. That we're going to have to tweak. But, like, I mean, it looks like something that, like, I could have painted on, in, like, Photoshop or something. And that's all CGI. So, and, oh, I see. Go. And then, where's the grease pencil object? We're going to delete the keyframes there. Oops. Yeah, delete keyframes. Then ooh, what happened there? Oh, why did the camera do that? I didn't tell it to go there. So, right now you can't see the lines, obviously. But that's the camera motion we're using. So, if we wait for it to load, because this is a huge file. Again, I have a 12-core processor, and it's still lagging. So, you probably don't want to make files this big. I did this because I'm an idiot. I probably should have used more JPEGs, but whatever. There we go. Oh, okay. So the lines came back. We want to select the grease pencil. We're going to change that to 115. I think that'll be good. And it's going to regenerate it all. Yeah, there we go. And I mean, look at that. Like, up close, like, look at that. That looks like, that is so 2D. I love it. It looks so good. And then...
I noticed that you built one of those street billboard things on the right
Oh, yeah.
that are usually like way like like that really high up above the roads.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
I like that little attention to detail.
This one, I don't know why the lights aren't working that good. Because there's supposed to be spotlights there. Something's not right about that. Oh, there we go. Okay. It just wasn't powerful enough. Look at that. A few lights can really change the dynamic of a scene. This billboard isn't even relevant anymore. Donald Trump's not even president.
Hey man, you don't know that.
That's right. He's secretly the president. I think I'll get banned from YouTube for saying that. I think that's too conspiracy-ish. Okay. But anyway, if I go back to the grease pencil modifier, let's actually delete the modifier and add it again so that it applies to everything and not just the what I set it to. Gonna wait for it. And then that's the other, in the actual renders, because you can see the neighborhood doesn't go on for that long. In the actual renders, I'm going to use some JPEG trickery so that it looks like the neighborhood goes on for way longer than it actually does. And why are the outlines not showing up? Oh, because I haven't baked it. That's why. Yeah, Blender gets really slow. This is why I try not to stream Blender stuff, because Blender gets really slow when I'm working in it. There's a lot of waiting going on. Just like in real life.
Hey, hurry up and wait, man.
Okay. So we're going to hit the Bake Line Art button. And what that's going to do is it's going to generate a new grease pencil object for all 100 of these frames, which takes a bit. Yeah, so like it's taking that long to do frame one. Now it's on frame 2. So we're going to go back to Flash, and we'll come back to that later once it's done baking. Until then,
2 hours later.
if it does start taking that long, I'm going to cancel it. Because I haven't tried it on this map yet because it's so big, and I've been working on it for. The Swole Foods map is kind of small, right? So you can pretty easily prototype things without sinking a whole lot of time into it. So I use that to test new things. So we're going to go back to working on Blood for a bit. It's not going that slow. It's on frame 5 now, out of 100. So
It's actually impressive that you can work on both Blender and Flash at the same time.
yeah, that's part of why I got this massive processor, is so that I can multitask more easily. I can have Blender open rendering something and Flash open, uh, doing other things.
All right, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay, good night,
I don't
Anthony.
want to screw up my sleep schedule too much. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have sleep.
No promises.
What if he doesn't sleep just to spite me?
Why would that spite you?
You know, because his pain is my pain, and I care very deeply for my friends. Do you understand that?
Okay.
It sounds like you don't understand.
What makes you say that?
You know, Matt, you just don't get it, and that's okay.
Okay.
I saw an interesting discussion earlier on on the Geofront's Twitter page because I was looking to see if they had any information on any new information on Trails to Azure, and there was a bit of a kerfuffle going on in the community about localization woes and how the localization for Cold Steel 3 was just so bad. And I gotta say, those people sound like they don't know how to have fun, man. Because like everyone's getting tight uh, at the decision of this dude's nickname being translated to McFirebro. Now, one, McFirebro is great. I love reading McFirebro. I love listening to McFirebro. A fantastic way to translate that. And and two, like the proper Japanese wording, like the exact Japanese wording for that was Kae no Onisan, which means fire dude, fireman, or fire brother. And it's like, it was actually just translated fine. People just like whining about shit for no reason. And it was like, damn, bro, live a little.
I agree. I think people get too uptight about well, a lot of things when it comes to translation. What the fuck is that?
And it also came with this fantastic picture in the thread. Please enjoy.
What is that? Did I did I start drawing Bud on a different layer and then start over? What the fuck? Okay, that's a little weird.
What are you doing, bro? But yeah, that text box of Randy going like, "If that ain't a bruh moment, I don't know what is." Fucking golden. And like when I see people whine about localization like that, uh, all I think about is Carlos, dude. Because Carlos was definitely one of those guys. He's like subs forever. I go with subs; they're 99% accurate. And also, oh my god, Crunchyroll subs are trash. They translate things so poorly. And it's like, one, you don't know Japanese, so you don't know how poorly the translation's done. Two, like you're you're watching the subs anyway because they're supposedly 99% correct. So how are they correct and also shitty? Meanwhile, I'm over here, uh, fucking smiling from ear to ear, rewatching the Demon King Daimao dub for the 16th time. You know, Michael loves that show too. That's how you know it's like for crazy people.
We are on frame 25 over in the Blender realm.
Wow.
But that's good. That's what I bought this CPU for. So I could do both of those things.
I mean, yeah, many cores good for handling heavy parallel processes like that.
I just wish Blender would optimize their CPU usage a little more. You know, the freestyle renderer only used one core for the longest time. In fact, still only uses one core.
Wow.
That was why it took so long, is because it was literally like using one core to try and do everything with regards to the line art, which is unacceptable.
When's Elegant Summer?
It's not coming
Why not?
because I don't like Melty Blood.
But the soundtrack is too good.
Still thinking about how I used to get bullied by nerds. That was fucked up. Nobody should ever have to go through that. I'm gonna start the Stop Nerd Bullying Foundation. It's not a foundation that stops nerds from being bullied. It stops people from being bullied by nerds.
Does it like turn people into Chads?
Yeah.
Wow. Uh, I used to get bullied in school, like way back when.
That surprises me.
I mean, how so?
Well, when we were in middle school, I feel like most kids were like scared of you. So,
Yeah, things started to change around then. I don't know, people just stopped wanting to bully me because I was like, because maybe some people had found out that I had gone through like a bunch of surgeries, uh, or I guess they just they got less reactions out of me because I became much more apathetic to things after I got those surgeries. But yeah, at some point, people just kind of stopped messing with me, and that's fine because at some point, I wanted to stop associating with people, and I got my wish. I haven't made a new friend in years.
boo, 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 do, 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 do. Suck my dick, you bitch. Suck my dick, you bitch.
Man, that's not how it goes.
How do you know?
Because I listened to that song before. And you know what? I don't know if it's as good as Elegant Summer.
Dog, I hate the new Spotify.
What even changed?
They like changed like pretty much everything about the like UI design, and it's really gross and ugly. And they like they rearranged it so like you have to go to different places to see your albums now. It's like I don't know why anyone would do that.
I'm a crazy person, so I just shuffle through my like songs and that's it. It used to be really hard for me to use Spotify because a lot of the stuff I listened to just wasn't on it, but I feel like since then it's been easier for for newer, more unknown artists to get their stuff on a Spotify where it wasn't that way a few years ago. So now I tend to use it more. And there's also a bunch of Sonic soundtracks on Spotify, and you know me, I can't go a day without listening to Pumpkin Hill.
The ice we skate, it's getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, go to Rockstar, get the show on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only
I can't
shooting
believe this
stars.
much of a burn.
It's a first of all, this is a remix. Second of all, it's a good song.
Memer. What's next? Are you gonna say the song is Poggers? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
No, that's not what I'm gonna say. Although it is pretty poggers.
See, look at that. Meme Lord Matt strikes again.
You know what's not poggers? The PogChamp guy. He's not poggers.
I mean, he's a little crazy.
Getting on Twitter like, "Yo, dog, they should storm the Capitol again. The election was stolen from Trump, bro." This is all satire. I'm not saying that for real. YouTube.
You know what's really funny is that like a few years ago, like it was Mike Ross that was the crazy one for abandoning the FGC, and he was like, I can't hang with these kids anymore. It's just not what I used to. It's just not what it used to be. So thanks, but I'm out later, guys. And people are all down on Mike Ross, but like meanwhile, uh, they were all just like, yeah, thanks Gutex for keeping everything alive. Then Gutex just kind of turned into a crazy person and shaved his head.
He had a little Britney breakdown.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like he shaved his head, and he's got like this weird little mohawk thing going on, and it's like you just decide, like not only are you a crazy person, you have the look of a crazy person. And I was subscribed to his channel for the longest time because he had really cool FGC stuff on his channel. Uh, and a few months ago, you posted a video that was like, I'm gonna teach you guys like how to stream and like stuff about like cryptocurrency and stuff in this live stream. And I was like, this sounds relatively normal, I guess, if you want to educate people on that type of stuff. And then he goes on this huge fucking rant in the announcement video about like how he will not be silenced and how the media is seeking to shut people like him down. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, bro. What did he see? What did future tech see? We'll never know.
I like how among those kinds of people, there are two takes about the Capitol riot. The first is that it didn't happen and that Antifa, like it was a false flag operation by Antifa, and the other is that it did happen, it should have happened, and it should happen again. And then I guess there's like this third one that's like it didn't happen, but if it did, that's pretty cool. I feel like that's how Holocaust deniers are too. It's like there's people that are like the Holocaust didn't happen, and then there's people that are like the Holocaust didn't happen, but it should have. Flash is autosaving. Now both of my programs are working on things. Man, imagine taking part in that riot, and then when you get home, you've dedicated your life to this man, and then when you get home, all the news is saying that you're an Antifa agitator. I would be mad.
I mean, like, I was just imagining what they must have felt in the moment, right? Because, like, sure, I bet you felt really great when you broke that window, but, like, what did you do for, like, the next few hours when you were just standing around staring at other people? waiting for something to happen.
You know, if I was like there, if I was a crazy person and I genuinely wanted to storm the fucking Capitol, and I when I got in that room and I just stood there and stared at all these other crazy people, I would immediately have second thoughts just because like you had people dressed as Vikings, you had like this crazy guy who like tased his balls and killed himself. You had like I would have immediately been like, oh fuck no, I'm out. Like as soon as I realized like exactly what kind of company I was in.
Matt sees Viking guy in Bike Lock Psycho and he says, "Are we the baddies?"
uh, I'm planning to release UFA soon. You know, unidentified flying angst. It was a Trump cartoon that I had started like a long time ago and never finished. I've decided to release it with like I was originally not going to release it because he's not president anymore, but I think I'm going to release it with like a framing device where like he's trying to get a job at Swole Foods. And so like when the guy asks like, "Hey, what do you need a job for? Aren't you rich?" and he's like, "Oh, it all started a couple years ago." And then he tells the story of unidentified flying angst. And then at the end of the episode, the guy's like, "Okay, that's cool, but I'm not going to hire you." And so then it immediately cuts to Trump like standing out in the parking lot and he's addressing all of his supporters and he's like, "They wouldn't give me a job. They're trying to censor me. Go fuck them up." And then all these people just storm the Swole Foods. And there's a guy who tases his balls and dies. And there's a psycho with a bike lock and a guy dressed like a Viking. And that's how the cartoon ends. They storm the Swole Foods.
I'm still waiting on that Civil War, dude.
Tim Pool said it was coming. Where is it?
Oh, Tim Pool. Carlos loves Tim Pool.
I don't know why he was like literally an idiot.
Yeah. No, man, he was a truth teller.
This dude out here like, I'm gonna buy a van. The Civil War.
He said, "Get out! You had to get out." America's just too dangerous, dude. Civil War was gonna break out any second.
Wasn't he also like convinced at some point that the government was like hunting him down because he speaks truth to power or whatever?
I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Have a good night, Ashley. Probably gonna
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stop here
Well,
soon because the line art rendering is only halfway done. So I think. Well, at least now I know how long it's gonna take when I do it for real. That is quite a time. Okay, why?
oh, apparently Dogecoin to $1 is now trending on Twitter.
Hmm.
Is it gonna happen?
Probably not. If it does happen, I'm gonna immediately sell because everyone else is also going to immediately sell. don't know what happened, but I fucked up massively when I animated this one, so I'm gonna have to redo a couple of frames.
Bruh, I can't believe Majin Obama fell down the fucking gotcha game hole.
Can't believe Majin Obama was present at the Capitol riot.
He was probably having a fun time watching it. Obama's a he's a servant of chaos, that's for sure.
I still think about that guy that had a heart attack on the bus ride there. He was so hype about storming the Capitol that he had a heart attack. He didn't even get to the steps. He died on the bus.
Damn. I wish I could get that hype about anything.
Watching that unfold live was wild. I woke up early that day for like no particular reason, and I decided, oh, the electoral vote count is happening. I'm going to turn on the news. So I did, and it was like normal. But then like they started covering like the Trump rally that was happening there, and I was like, oh, this fucking loser. And then they started marching towards the Capitol, and I was like, these fucking losers. And then they like kept marching, and I was like, wait, what are these fucking losers doing? And then like they breached the Capitol, and I was like, holy fuck. I just saw that happen live.
Yeah, I was watching the news and I'm just like, is this what they decide to do with their time? And I stopped watching and then I tuned back in and I just see them all like standing around fucking staring at the crowd, like just doing nothing, and I'm like, look at where this got you. Look at all of you accomplished. Are you proud? Are you proud that you broke a few windows and now have lost all direction and you don't know what to do?
Mm-hmm. Got 5 of your own guys killed. And now, if you turn to Fox News, they're calling you Antifa agitators. Senators are calling you Antifa. The senator of Wisconsin is saying Antifa stormed the Capitol. Trump is saying those guys, I don't know those guys, Antifa stormed the Capitol.
Dude, I saw that message that Trump said live. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Please do not riot and kill people. You have every right to riot and kill people. You're very beautiful and special people. The election was stolen and it was terrible. You have every right to kill people and to blow the building up, but please don't do that. You have every right to, though. Please don't do that, though. You're very special and beautiful. Good night.
You know what's bad? Because even the news anchors were just like, what was that, man? Because, like, if you have news anchors calling your shit out, you fucked up because they don't rock the boat for anything.
Yeah. Okay. It is now 3 a.m. and the blender thing is only halfway done. So, I am going to go ahead and the last viewer just turned off. So I am going to go ahead and stop the stream now. Thank you for joining me, Dion. I'm gonna pass out now.
I'll
Well,
try and do this.
not really, because I'm not that tired. But, you know.